السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. مرحبا بكم في قناة مدارس الإمام الحسن. Today we will explain Unit 7, so let's start. In today's lesson, we will explain you animals escape. Let's start with our vocabulary for today. Escape طبعا ده كلمة بمعنى يهرب. Animal حيوان. Emergency حالة طوارئ. Something شيء ما، مش تنسى إن something دايما بيجي في حالة الإثبات. Garden حديقة. Wild يعني بري and the opposite is domestic. Eyes عيون. Parents الوالدين. يهتم أو يعتني. Stay يبقى أو يظل. Calm هادئ. It means quiet. Send يرسل and the opposite is receive بمعنى تلقى. What should I do؟ طبعا هنا السؤال ده بيستخدم في طلب النصح. Now الآن. Officer يعني ضابط. Take يأخذ and the past is took. The verb escape معناه يهرب. Escaped. Stay stayed. Help helped. Think thought. Take talk. Can cook. And now let's move to our conversation. 1, 2, 2. What is the emergency? Help! There is something in my garden. What is it? I think it's a wild animal. I can see its eyes. What's your name and address? Ahmed Sami, 49 El Salam Street. Are your parents home? No, they went to the cinema. I am taking care of my little sister. What should I do? Stay calm. I am sending an officer now. Is this the wild animal? Sorry, officer. I'll take him. Oh, my dog. That was the conversation, and if you want to explain some notes about it. Now, let's read again and explain some notes. 1, 2, 2. What is the emergency? السؤال طبعا مستخدم في السؤال عن حالة الطوارئ. والطلب النجدة we will say help, help. There is something in my garden. What is it? I think. Of course, I think التعبير ده مستخدم في التعبير عن الرأي. I think it's a wild animal. The word wild بمعنى بري أو متوحش. I can see its eyes. What is your name and address? السؤال ده بيجمع ما بين سؤالين اللي هو السؤال What is your name and what is your address? Together, what is your name and address? Ahmed Sami, 49 El Salam. Are your parents home? No, they went to the cinema. Of course, they went to the cinema. الإكسبريشن ده in the past simple tense. Don't forget إن الماضي البسيط هو التصريف الثاني للفعل. I am taking care of my little sister. الإكسبريشن take care of معناه look after بمعنى يعتني بي. I am taking care of my little sister. What should I do؟ التعبير ده طبعا بستخدمه to ask for advice لطلب النصيحة. What should I do؟ Stay calm يبقى هادئا. I am sending an officer now. am sending الإكسبريشن ده طبعا in the present continuous tense في المضارع المستمر. And don't forget إن المضارع المستمر بيتكون من am أو is أو are plus the verb plus ing. I am sending an officer now. Is this the wild animal? Sorry officer. Sorry officer ده expression الغرض منه to apologize اللي هو تقديم الاعتذار. Sorry officer لو قبل الاعتذار هيقول okay. لو هو طبعا قبل الاعتذار he will say okay. I'll take him سأخذه. Oh my dog. That was some notes about the conversations, and to give more details we can say in what is your name and address. قلنا زي ما قلنا من شوية إنها ask about the name and address. Iman Muhammad for example 21 School Street. I think قلنا بتعبر عن الرأي. I think it's a wild animal. What should I do؟ طبعا قلنا تستخدم في شرح النصيحة. Stay calm. These were the main points of language notes. And now let's move to word time. In word time we will learn about some animals. So let's start with the first one for today is tiger بمعنى نمر, panda ضب الباندا, kangaroo حيوان الكنغر, deer بمعنى غزال, lion أسد, escape طبعا قلنا قبل كده بمعنى يهرب, eagle نسر, bear دب, and parrot بغبغاء, camel جمل, giraffe زرافة, and by means next to بمعنى بجوار. If we want to learn more about these animals and if you look at these pictures, and if I ask you what is the first animal or what is the first picture for, it's of course it's a tiger. The second one is an eagle, and what is this? Of course it is a panda, but this one is a bear. This is a kangaroo, and of course that beautiful bird is a parrot. This is a deer بمعنى غزالة, and this is a camel بمعنى جمل, and of course this is a lion بمعنى الأسد, but this one is a giraffe. These were all the animals that we have in our word time. Now let's move to some language notes for this lesson. When we want to compare to persons or to things, صفات المقارنة. عادة we aid للصفة ER, بنضيف للصفة ER ثم بعد كده نضع بعدها كلمة than. For example, I can say the camel is bigger than the lion, or the deer is faster than the bear. The deer is faster than the bear. If I want to ask about an opinion أو عايز أسأل عن رأي معين, do you think it is going to rain? Maybe it's getting cloudy. طبعا بستخدم maybe إمتى؟ في حالة عدم التأكد. In focus time, we will learn about using the past continuous tense. What is the past continuous tense? طبعا هو زمن الماضي المستمر. But before I start explaining the past continuous tense, I have to focus on some vocabulary. Run, طبعا the verb بمعنى يجري, and the past is ran. Walk, walked. Fly, flew. Hop, hopped. We have some expressions. Wash the car, اغسل السيارة. Put on makeup, تضع المكياج. Talk on the phone, يتحدث في الهاتف. Take a nap, يأخذ قيلولة. Climb a tree, يتسلق شجرة. Read a newspaper, يقرأ جريدة. Feed the birds, يطعم الطيور. Chop vegetables, يقطع الخضروات. Watch TV, يشاهد التلفاز. Take out the rubbish, يخرج القمامة. In today's lesson, we have to focus on a main structure, or the main structure for today is what were you doing when the camel walked by? Or what was he doing when the camel walked by? طبعا ده سؤال في زمن الماضي المستمر. And when we ask in a tense, we answer in the same tense. لما بنسأل في زمن بنجاوب في نفس الزمن. So we were washing the car when the camel walked, or he was washing the car when the camel walked by. This structure is in the past continuous tense. What is the past continuous tense? So let's learn about it. الماضي المستمر طبعا بيكون من was or were plus the verb plus ing. مستخدم لإيه؟ For actions happening at a certain time in the past. طبعا ده in Arabic means للتعبير عن حدث استمر في وقت معين في الماضي. For example, I can say she was cooking at 3 o'clock yesterday. She was cooking at 3 o'clock yesterday. طبعا هنا الحدث المستمر اللي هو was cooking. الوقت المحدد في الماضي أو الوقت المعين في الماضي اللي هو at 3 o'clock yesterday. لو أنا حبيت أنفي بكل بساطة بستخدم كلمة not. Instead of saying she was cooking, I will say she wasn't cooking. The same can be done with where and weren't. لو أنا حبيت أكون سؤال كل اللي بعمله إن أنا بقدم الفعل المساعد على الفاعل. She was she. Instead of saying she was cooking, I will say was she cooking at 3 o'clock yesterday. لو هسأل عن الفعل أو ما يفعله الشخص, I will say what was she doing at 3 o'clock yesterday. ده كان الاستخدام الأول للماضي المستمر اللي هو للتعبير عن حدث استمر في وقت معين في الماضي. What about the second use? It is used for an action happening at a certain time when another action happened suddenly. أيضا بيستخدم في التعبير عن حدث أحدهما فجأة. وعشان أعبر في اللغة الإنجليزية عن حدثين مع بعض عادة بستخدم حاجة اسمها الكونجنكشن أو الرابط. أول رابط عندي النهاردة هو when. when عادة لما بستخدمها بجيب بعدها ماضي بسيط ثم ماضي مستمر. Don't forget إن الماضي البسيط هو التصريف الثاني للفعل. Again, when it is followed by the past simple, the other one will be past continuous. For example, I can say when Ali came I was sleeping. الحدث اللي كان مستمر إن أنا I was sleeping ولكن another thing happened suddenly. في حدث تاني حدث فجأة اللي هو علي came. دايما بيجي في الميعاد المناسب. While unlike بخلاف when بيجي وراها past continuous ثم ماضي بسيط. when يعني عندما ولكن while يعني بينما. I say while بيجي وراها دايما ماضي مستمر ثم ماضي بسيط. I can say while I was sleeping علي came. while I was sleeping علي came. يبقى while جوا وراها جملة الماضي المستمر ثم الماضي البسيط. طبعا ممكن استخدم while في الأول أو في النص. I can say علي came while I was sleeping and the same can be done with when. I can say I was sleeping when Ali came. As I told you, the instruction for today is asking about ما كان الشخص يفعله. ما كان الشخص يفعله. عشان to ask about that, I can say what ثم was plus where. يبقى we can say what plus was or where plus the subject ثم doing ثم بقية الجملة. I can say what was he doing when the camel walked by? Or what were you doing when the bird flew by? If I ask again, what was he doing when the camel walked by? I can answer and say he was washing the car when the camel walked by. Again, what was he doing when the camel walked by? In the picture, of course, he was washing the car when the camel walked by. And if I ask and said, or what were they doing when the bird flew by? I will say, or I will answer, I was climbing a tree when the bird flew by. That was everything for the past continuous tense, and I hope you understand it. Moving to another part of our lessons, we will move to our reading time. In our reading time for today, we will learn about pandas. So let's start with our vocabulary. Welcome طبعا مرحبا. Giant معنى عملاق and it means very big. Fact حقيقة. About حول أو طبعا تقريبا. Are born يولد. We the verb بمعنى يزن. gram. Adults البالغون. كيلو طبعا معناها كيلوغرام يعني كيلوغرام. بامبو نبات الخيزران أو نبات البامبو ده نبات عادة بينمو في جبال أو غابات الصين. Hibernate يبيت ويتم شتويا. Have to يضطر أن for لمدة daily يوميا means طبعا every day. Mountain جبل. فرق طبعا بين mountain و hill يعني التل طبعا أقل حجما من الجبل. Endangered ده معناه معرض للإنقراض. Around يعني حوالي. Alive يعني حيا أو على قيد الحياة. And today اليوم. بعد الأفعال البسط بتاعها we wait. Hibernate hibernated. Climb climbed. Live lived. Eat ate. Have to had to. Run ran. Are were. So let's start or let's move to our reading topic. Listen, read along. Welcome to Caro Zoo's giant pandas home. Bob and Lily are our giant pandas. Bob is 15 years old. Lily is 20 years old. Here are some facts about giant pandas. So in today's lesson, we will learn some facts about giant pandas. Number 1. When giant pandas are born, they weigh 80 to 140 grams. Adults usually weigh 80 to 125 kilos. Giant pandas eat bamboo. They don't hibernate in the winter because they have to. طبعا don't forget إن have to بتعبر عن الضرورة أو شيء مضطر أن يفعله الشخص عادة بيجي وراها الفعل في المصدر. They have to eat to 16 kilos of bamboo every day. They eat for 12 to 16 hours daily. Giant pandas walk and run on all four legs. They can climb trees and swim. Giant pandas live in the mountains of China. They are endangered. Around 700 to 1,000 pandas are alive today. طبعا we have some words or some new vocabulary. Giant طبعا and fact about we hibernate around horn, bamboo, endangered and live, and we have explained this vocabulary before. ounce طبعا الأوقية حوالي 28 grams. 1 pound الرطل طبعا أقل من النصف بعدد من الجرامات. That was our reading topic. For some language notes, you have to be careful when you use how much. As I told you before, in how much can be used to ask about the price and طبعا السعر, and it can be used to ask about quantity الكمية, and of course we can use it when we ask about what the weight يعني الوزن. لما أحب أستخدم how much عن الوزن عادة بستخدم how much plus do أو does ثم الشيء اللي بسأل عن وزنه ثم الفعل we. we كفعل بمعنى يزن. I say how much does a panda weigh? It weighs about 80 kilos. About بستخدمها لما أكون أنا I'm not sure about the weight تحديدا. كان طبعا بستخدم في التعبير عن الاستطاعة and it is followed by the infinitive verb they can climb trees. That was all for our lessons. That was everything for our lessons and I hope you enjoyed it. See you next time. Goodbye.